Hey everybody, Holiday here bringing you a little bit of Tekkit Lite. In this one I'm going to focus mainly on, we basically call this a tutorial of Steve's carts in Tekkit Lite. And it's pretty neat. I like it. It's actually helped me get a lot of resources quickly. And instead of using the quarry where I have to mine down and get a bunch of resources that I'm not going to need and I'm only limited to that chunk that my quarry's on, I can take these things and send them down on the level the diamonds are on. Like you see right now I'm on level 10. You can take these and set them to go, and they'll just go forever and they'll stay on level 10, and they'll just keep mining and mining. You got a higher chance of getting diamonds, and you can see already right here there's a vanilla emerald right there. I got rubies up there. I think that's, not sure what that is. I don't know, we'll find out later what that one is. We got some redstone there, but we don't need that. But the basics of the mod is you got to start with a hole, and they're pretty easy to make. They're not real hard to make. You got the wooden cart one, which we're not going to focus too much on because you can't really use it for mining. It doesn't, as you can see by these numbers over here, the modular capacity and the module complexity and the max engines and everything, it doesn't allow for too many of the features available. So we're just going to sidestep this one for right now and go over here to the iron carts, which they're pretty easy to make. They're really easy to make actually for how useful they really are. But you just need wheels and iron. Pretty easy. Make the wheels. It's just 4 sticks and a piece of iron, and you got your cart. And they also have another one. It's the reinforced hull, which is this right here. It looks fairly simple to make, but it's not. It's kind of expensive because you got to start with each one of these items to make it, and so it can get pretty expensive. I'll show you each one of them, just so you know, and just so they're in the video if you want to reference it. That way you know the steps here. But like I said, it's pretty expensive to make, because you need a lot of this stuff. You need a lot of this stuff to make this stuff here, so it's pretty expensive. You gotta cook it down. You gotta make the wheels, and then finally you get to make the cart. But we don't, like I said, we're not gonna focus on that right now. And then the second thing you're gonna need right off the bat is, I thought I had one, but I don't. Is a cart assembler, and that's basically what's gonna allow you to make your cart. Let's find my cart here. Then you take your hull and you throw it up here at the top. And then you can see here that each one of these, here I'll pull it back out. You can see now these are locked off. They got this bar here in the middle. That means they're locked off because there's no cart up here. Once you put the cart in, it opens up. See, it's got max cap. You can put 3 engines, 1 tool, quite a few attachments, a lot of storage, and not all the add-ons, but a lot of them. But you couldn't get them all on this if you really wanted to, anyways, because some of them some of them can't be used because of the other one that's it's going to go in that place. But you'll see that as we go. This thing, the cart assembler here, this little thing right here needs coal to work. You just throw some coal down in here. And now you can see you got a fuel level of 4,000 out of 4,000. It's not that bad. I mean, coal's easy to come by, especially when you send this thing out because it just opens up big holes. But you'll see. And then each one of these slots here, you're not gonna fill, because I use a coal engine. I'll show you that here in a little bit. But I use a coal engine, so you can only get one of them on there. You can't put 2 coal engines on there. I suppose you could use coal and solar, but we're underground. We're underground, so we got no need for it. So we're not going to even focus on these second 2 items. We're basically just going to worry about 1 engine, a tool, 2 attachments, some storage, and 2 add-ons. One of them's kind of necessary. The other one, not so much. But that's basically the interface, the UI or whatever you want to call it for making the cards. And so you got to put your thing in there, and yeah, we got it in there. And then you have to start with your drills. I mean, you can go with something else first, but I like to start with the drills because they're pretty easy to make. There's 3 of those. Well, actually, there's 4 of them. I don't even have the 4th one set up here because it's just so... It's going to take up that whole wall over there, I believe. But there's 3 of them to use. There's the basic iron drill, which, you know, pretty simple to make. It'll get you started. It'll allow you to at least get started with it. It's not very efficient. It takes a long time, but it'll work. And then this is the one I would use right off the bat. I would shoot for this one over the iron one, just because it's not that much harder to make. You only need 3 diamonds. Won't take you that long to find 3 diamonds, and trust me, you'll get them back. So that's all it is. It's just 3 ingots, 3 diamonds, and that's the one that I would be using to start. But as soon as you can, I would upgrade to this one. It's a little bit harder to make, but it's worth it. It's basically just starts with a diamond block. You need a basic drill bit. You gotta make another bit. You're gonna have to make a basic drill bit anyways. And then some iron bars again. Then you're gonna have to make some more raw hardener. You're gonna cook it again. You're gonna cook it to get your refined hardener right here. So that'll cook down. And you take that to make you take the iron bars and the refined hardener, make the mesh again. So you can get then you can make your stabilized metal again. And then you gotta make your reinforced metal. Once you get your reinforced metal, you can make your drill. And that's pretty much it. By this stage in the game though, to have all this stuff, you're probably going to be able to make the other cart, but don't worry about it if you can't, because it's not really, I don't really consider it a waste to put this drill on a standard hull just because of the effectiveness of it. But that's the one I would shoot for at first. I mean, of course, the object is to get to the best ones that you can have just for all the attachments, but like I said, just to get you started. But we're just going to start with the basic one. So we're going to go ahead and pop a basic drill in here. I guess I don't even have any. Oh. Take one of those, throw that in there. As you can see, this thing right here, total cost, keeps moving up. That drill took 10. As you can see right there, the modular cost took 10. So now that we got that on there, we got the starting of our cart. And then after that, we're going to need an engine. But we're just going to type in coal. We're going to want a coal engine. There's the coal engine. Let's hit R on that. And that's basically just 2 pistons, a furnace, and 5 pieces of iron, and that'll give you your coal engine. So it's not too hard to make that one. It's really worth it. So we're going to take that, we're going to throw that on there. Now you can see that bumped it up. It's got a modular cost of 15. So that's not bad. And then the next attachment you're going to need is going to be a railer. Now I've never used this one, the small railer, but that's no big deal. You're going to have to make it anyways. But I just go straight to this one because it's not that much harder to make. You got to make the small ones to make it, but like I said, it's worth it. It just that way you don't have to hassle with continually putting rail in. You just you put 3 stacks of 64 in, I believe, with this one, so it works out pretty good. But to make that, and as you can see, the small railer ain't that hard to make either. It's stone, a piece of rail, and two pieces of iron. So yet again, it's not very expensive to make. So we're going to go ahead and throw our railer in. And then the next one we're going to want is a bridge. You're definitely going to want a bridge builder, because if it comes across lava, it'll build a bridge instead of you having to do it. It'll do it, and it'll take care of it. So to make that, you're going to need a piece of redstone, 2 bricks, and a piston, and then you're going to need this, which isn't so bad. It's just 2 pieces of iron, piece of gold, and 4 pieces of redstone. So that's not too bad. to make, but trust me, those are going to be the first two basic ones that you want, and that's all we're going to put on this one for right now, just because that's really all you need to get started. And then for our storage, being that we have no other attachments on this one, we're going to be able to utilize more storage than normal, but the internal storage is okay if you're paying attention to it. We're going to use 2 of them right now, right off the bat, just because I know that's what I'm going to end up using, but I'm also going to use a top chest and some side chests, which is going to give you more storage for the thing to go in, because I believe the internal storages are 9x9. Could be a little bit more than that, but we'll see here pretty quick. I don't have exacts on the storage, I just know this is the setup I use to get started, which is 2 internals, a side, and a top. And that way I can man 2 or 3 of these at the same time and don't have to worry about them getting full and turning around, because once they turn around, they're kind of a pain to turn back around. And then, so we got our basic attachments already. We're already up to a cost of 115, but we still need something to detect water and lava, which is this little nifty device, which is a liquid sensor. For the liquid sensor, you're going to need a bucket of water, a bucket of lava, 2 pieces of redstone, a diamond, 2 pieces of iron, an advanced PCB circuit. And this is just an advanced version of that last one, which is the simple PCB. So you're going to need 2 of these, 3 iron, and 4 redstone. But this right here is just that little piece that we made the last time already. So you're probably going to want to make a couple of those when you make it for the other thing you made it for. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in there. We're getting pretty close to our cap of 200, but that's alright, we're not going to need much more. And then the next thing that we're going to put on here, I mean, you could go ahead and stop right here, but I like to put a height sensor or a height controller in, and that's so you can control the height of your thing, your cart. You can tell it to go up, go down. You know, if you want to go down 1 block from where you are, or 3 blocks from where you are, you can tell it that, and it will go down 3 blocks from where it is, stop, level out, and keep going. And so it's real nice for making tunnels. But let's see what that takes to make. And that just takes a compass, a simple PCB, and a couple sheets of paper. So, I mean, you guys should all know how to make the paper and know how to make the compass, but if you don't, we'll push R anyways. That's just 4 pieces of iron and a piece of redstone. And then you got this thing, which you've seen this 3 times now, but we'll hit it again. It's 4 pieces of iron, a piece of gold, and 4 redstone. Oh, whoops. So that's pretty much it for what we're going to put on it right now. And that's says it's going to take 24 minutes and 56 seconds to make, which it won't because I'm in creative, but it does have a timer. The more complex your cart, the longer it's going to take to make. I've only had one take 45 minutes to make so far. So we're going to go ahead and push assemble. You got to fuel in it when you hit assemble. I mean, you don't have to. You can put the fuel in it, and then it will assemble. So if you hit assemble and everything disappears and nothing pops up over here, it's because you don't have any fuel in it. So go ahead and throw some fuel in it and hit assemble. Alright, and like I said, it's because I'm on creative that it was that quick, but just to keep the video short here. So we're already on, what, 15, almost 14 minutes, so I'm going to try to cut this off here at 15. So that's basically the cart. That'd be your first cart that you're going to want to start with. Unless, you can also start with this one, but we're going to show you why I would just forego not even worrying about that one and just go straight to this one. So we're going to let this one get started first. It's already got its, as you can tell, I might as well show you this here. See, it's got the 3 fuel slots. So you can send it on its way. You can have 6 stacks of 64 and 3 stacks of 64 for your bridge building. And then these are the chests. As you can see right here, this is those 2 internal units that we put in, and this is the side chest. That's the top chest, and that's the side chest. So you can see each one's a little bit different in size. And then right here is your height controller, and you can move this around, and it'll go up to 12 now if I tell it to. But we're gonna keep it on 10 because I want to go straight at 10. And we're going to put some fuel in here. Now, I wouldn't even recommend putting that much in there. You really don't have to. But, so let's go down to this one. You'll see how slow that one is in comparison to this one. As soon as we get going here. You know, watch them work. That's kind of nifty. You know, you don't have to do it. And all you got to do is pay attention to the carts. You can walk up to the carts at any time. You know, they won't stop. They'll keep going. You know, the only reason they'll stop is if they run out of rail, run out of bridge, or if they're full. And if any three of those things happen, they'll turn around and come back at you. And you can see right here, we've already come into a cave. They do have a feature to where it will pick up the rail. But like I said, for now, just to get you started, don't even worry about it, because how hard is it to, you know, lie by with your pickaxe and pick up your rail. But that's it for getting started with Steve's mods. Or Steve's carts mod. We'll go a little more into detail here in the next couple days, or actually over the coming weeks, and even more into just Tekkit itself, because I really like the game. I do have a world download that I'm working on. It's kind of going to be a pretty big map. I'm trying to work to where I got 4 cities, 2 farms, and various other things. Oh, lag spike. Whoa, something's causing major lag over there. Whew, way to get out of that. I don't know what's going on over there. Alright, well, we're going to end it here because I don't know what's lagging. So, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you in the next one. Or talk to you in the next one. I guess I can't see you, can I?